you're doing now. It's not where you have been, it's where you're going now. Not so everywhere I go, I hold it down. That's why everywhere I go, you know it's going down. It's going down. Now, yeah, I am still a little monster.
You have health, when you have wealth, you have the love, the popularity, everything, and you realize what the most important thing in life is health. You know, not the money, the love, everything you can have is the health is most important. And I don't complain. Listen, people try to make a big story out of it. You know, I'm lucky. You know, like the UFC, the way they treat me for that rehab, it was amazing. They make me choose the best. They helped me find with the logistics the best surgeon possible. I went to the United States. They took care of me for 6 months. I had the best rehab people, the best surgeon. Which athlete in any sport have that? It's very rare in any sport you have athlete that have the choice, the chance to be treated like that. So I don't complain. Yeah, it's a bad luck, it's an injury. Oh, I can cry, but I cannot cry. Some people they don't have money, they're in a wheelchair, they cannot walk. Me, I had an injury, yeah, but I do what I love for a living. Look, now I'm back 100%. But it's great. He comes sometime only at the end of my training camp to help me on the tactical side. You know, it's the same thing. It's Firas, my main trainer. Firas, John Denner, and Tristar is my main guy. Firas is my main guy. Firas Zahabi, my main guy. #1 guy for me. He's whatever he says. If he tells me, okay, you know, you're gonna jump head first on your guy, that's what I'm gonna do. He's the main guy.
That's my reality. Gifted narcissist with an addictive personality. Mortifying, fortified, bona fide champion. War supply, oversized, more than gargantuan. Yeah. Run. I'm a doula, I'm legata, about to massacre and slaughter. Cause I'm here to rock the planet like Africa Bambaataa. And I've been waiting for the right moment to strike. While I'm holding a mic, cause I'm a soldier that fights.
Nobody like this in America. There's nobody with that speed, that timing in America. You can't find them. As a matter of fact, we had big problem with the visa. They can't come in America no more. We had someone who helped us, and you know, had a privilege to make them come, and now they're going to be able to come back every camp that I have, and they're amazing. I made new friends there. You know, we had problem communicating in the beginning because I don't speak English and French. But when I did something wrong, I was getting hit, so that's how I could I figured it out that was wrong. But no, it was a plus because they're world-class Muay Thai guys. And we don't have that in America. We have kickboxers and champions and stuff like that, but we have nobody there that can. And this, what they bring on the table for me is huge. It's amazing. It's a different culture. You see, between rounds they massage. It's a different culture, and I try to embrace that and learn from that. When I was stepping in the octagon, you know when I told you I was tired, I was like, man, I need to go in the back. I can't wait to be done with this. I used to try to throw this big punch to end the fight. And, I want to get out of there and go, you know. I want to knock out these people or criticize me. Now I'm happy to be in the octagon. I'm not in a rush. I'm going to be there and picking the guy apart, and I'm going to see the opportunity. I'm going to jump on it like a lion. You know? I'm not going to rush and try to, you know, when you rush things, when you go for the knockout, it doesn't happen. You have to fight it, and when you see the opportunity and when you relax, you see more. It's like you have a better vision of what is happening, and you can go through it and finish it. And I used to be the rush. I want to get back to the rush, but my opponent got better with time, you know. And I'm gonna get back to rush. Don't worry. As rush is a good nickname. I'm scared to lose. Scared to disappoint the people that helped me out. Scared to have done all this hard work for nothing. I want to have the win, and I want to win in good fashion. And it's normal. It's only one guy that's gonna win November 17th. It's only one guy gonna get out of it. It could be him or it could be me. But I was sorry. I try to control things that I can control, and that's the only thing. The outcome.
Fish clenched so tight, I got white knuckles. I've been killing it since B-boy belt buckles. Old school on some Popeye and spinach fights. Roll up in the MCM suit and pair
I want to fight the best in the division. Tom Lawlor is in my way, but I must continue my way on be the best middleweight in the world. In all these fights, he came in the octagon for make a big fight, a good fight. He can do anything, everything. If you want striking, he's striking. If he's wrestling, he make grappling. The last time he had the knockout of the night. It will be a hard fight, but I'm ready for that. I like to fight when I must to fight. I need to fight in the 3 months because I like this. I like this. If I don't fight, I don't feel good. And if I can make 4 or 5 fights in a year, I'm ready for that. If you don't have surgery, it's good. You know what? When I take the decision to change my life and to come to Montreal for life, it's the better thing I make in my life because I change all. I change my training. I change the town and. Now you can what I do. I'm the best organization of the world. I fight to the UFC. I fight to the best fighter in the world. So I have a good town. The people are so cool, and I like this. It's a very good town.
Do you miss France at all?
No. It's true that my family miss me, but we make a sacrifice for be better, and this is what I do. All the time I make a dream. I win this belt. When I wake up in the morning, I'm telling me you must go to training for this belt. This is what I do all the day. I'm ready for fight the best and to take the belt into middleweight division.
Who's your favorite club in Ligue 1?
PSG.
PSG?
Yeah. It's Paris Saint-Germain. It's my favorite team.
Ibrahimovic is not bad to have, you know? He comes from the club that I like. So.
You like it?
Well, I like Milan, so you guys take Ibrahimovic and Thiago
Yeah.
Silva. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit of a PSG fan when it comes like that, you know? So no Marseille for you.
No. PSG.
He's a very technical boxer, fast, really good combination, with feet and hands. He's a legit BJJ black belt too, and he's going to war. 90% of his fight in the UFC won or he lost in the first round. So I'm expecting the war right away. My conditioning, because I want to push the pace for until the first second, the first second of the fight until the end. And that's what I want. And I had a full training camp for this fight. I'm ready to go. I went to New York, trained with a good training partner over there. And it's a good stylistically, it's a good matchup for me.
How was training in New York?
It was good. I went there, trained with Matt Serra. He's a good friend of mine. Trained with Costa Filippo and Beatsell, Chris Wyman, Ray Longo. So I did a lot of sparring with Costa Filippo. That he's a monster, man. Yeah. He's a powerful 185 boxer. He hits very hard, but I took everything he gave me, and I'm sure that Sakara is not powerful like him, and I'm ready to go.
Are you expecting to stand and bang with Sakara?
Oh, that's my plan. Everybody know my style, and I already said that I ain't scared of anybody on my feet at 185 pounds. I think I proved that in the past. And I exchanged with Drew McFadden, that at this time was the most powerful guy at 185. I knocked him out. I exchanged with Anderson Silva, that he's like a ninja, but I was still there. Same thing with Kong Lee. In my feet, nobody hurt me. During my career, I've never been rocked, never been knocked out in my life. I'm very confident about my skills on my feet. I still training, I train a lot my jiu-jitsu and my wrestling to improve my all-around game. But for me, to stay on my feet and bang, that's my style. I've been on top. I fought for the UFC titles and against Anderson Silva, and that's like playing for the Stanley Cup in NHL. You can go higher than that. And I almost reached my dream to be the world champion. And everybody know that I wasn't supposed to be there. When I started that. But you know what? I'm not a technical fighter, but I have a big heart, a good head, and I have a good chin. So I'm going there, and I don't care who's in front of me. I'm going there, and I'm going there to win the fight. And that's why I had a title fight, because they knew that I would be able to give a good fight to Silva. Unfortunately, bad luck happened at a bad time. But every time I'm going in the octagon, it's to give it the best for me. I'm 32 years old. I feel younger than that. But you know what? I'm going to take one fight at a time. I already made this mistake in the past, that taking a bit too far.
and especially against Conley. You know, I had already my speech to say to Joe Rogan after the fight. So you know what? That's a big mistake, and I'm not going to do that with Sakara. You know, he's 2 losses in a row, so he's gonna come very hungry. He want to win. He want to stay in the UFC. So I have to be well prepared for this fight only. My goal is to get back on a winning streak and having another title fight. It's not about like Charles Wayne and Anderson Silva, you know, like trash talk between those guys. For me, you know what, Anderson Silva for me is the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, in the history of the UFC. You know, for me in my head, it's like that. And it's not because I fought him. I really believe that. And for me, my goal it's not to have another fight with him. You know, it's not like have unfinished business with Anderson Silva. It's not like that. For me, it's to have another title fight. That's my dream right now. That's my main goal.
Very tough opponent. Shown a lot of consistency. 2-fight win streak, just like me. BJJ guy who's gotten pretty well-rounded. Looks pretty even when you look at it on paper. I think the determining factors will be striking and wrestling in this fight. It's a tough opponent, like I said, but I've been training really hard. I got a lot of southpaws that I can work with. I'm confident going into this fight, and look forward to the test. I can't stay away from my base, right? That's been my strongest area for the years, but you know, all fights start standing, so you can't neglect the other areas. So I'm trying to get as well-rounded as I can, and trying to make my weaknesses my strengths. But it's a tough test. I've been working really hard, and looking forward to show a few improvements in every area in this fight. Don't really think about it, you know. My last fight was on the main card, and I got a win. Now I'm on the undercard, so I really don't know. I really have no idea where the UFC puts me or where I stand. But the only thing that matters right now is getting a win here. Just on a tough opponent, so I would think inside the top 10. But you never really know. It's, you know, good as your last fight, and people have to want to see your fight. So we'll see. I'm just worried about getting a win here. Does that bother you sometimes that you've been on main card before and then, you know, you're in the prelims? Is that, or do you just take it as, you know, any other fight or any other position on the card, basically?
It can be a little frustrating sometimes. It's harder to get the better sponsors when you're not on the main card. In this case, it's an FX, so a lot of people will see it. Not everybody pays for an event, so a lot of people will see it. So it's good in a way, and it's also a good thing that main card or not, your purses don't change. But you know, there might be some subjection to who gets maybe KO of the night, fight of the night, or sub of the night. But you know, either way, this particular time my night will be over early, so I'll grab a popcorn for the main event. You know, I like Montreal a lot. I do most of my camps here now. Last time I fought in Montreal, I had a good win over Dustin Hazlett. Hope they can all go like that. You know, I'd love to finish this fight in the first round. I'd love to get a knockout. You know, I've never knocked anyone out before in MMA, and I would love to. But you know, I know this is a tough test. I'd love to finish it early, but I need to be. He's a tough customer, so I need to be ready for 3 rounds, which I am.
What really impresses me is the fact that you're 11-4, you've been fighting professionally since 2004, and you're only 31 years old, which is kind of crazy. I mean, to think that, you know, it's almost, we're working on almost 10 years that you've been, you know, here professionally. Apart from, you know, like you mentioned before, about how the title, and you don't think that, what really motivates you and motivates your career going forward?
Getting better. You know, when I train, when I come here to Tristar, when I get new information flow from Firas, Zahabi, and I start improving and I start getting better. That motivates me. That makes me happy. The rest of the stuff, I don't look too far ahead. Anything can happen in this sport. I just look at it one at a time. But getting better motivates me.
Well, I mean, I had some bumps in my past fights, you know, and I just want to scratch those off and start fresh and really show everybody that I am one of the top contenders in the lightweight division, and I'm one of the most exciting fighters that you'll ever see in UFC history.
When you talk about those bumps, do you feel pressure with this fight?
Before, you know, I'll be honest with you, I was always pressured. I feel a lot of pressure, and that's why working with my mental conditioning coach, you know, he's been helping me a lot physically and mentally to just focus on the process and the present, and I'm just, you know what, I was putting too much pressure on my shoulders for no reason, you know, and I forgot how to just have fun and do what I love to do, you know. Fighting is my blood. I've been fighting since the age of 6. This is all I know how to do, and so I don't really care about the outcome. I'm just gonna go out there and give it my all. All the fighters in the lightweight division will give me problems. That's why I train very hard. I don't underestimate anybody. I never slack off. I always put 100% every day I train. You know, no excuses. Regardless how injured I am, how tired I am, I'll train hard every day. And you know, I'm not a big lightweight. You know, it's no. I've been facing bigger guys than me, but you know what? For me, it's a challenge. You know, I love the challenge. I mean, look. I look at the title every day on my phone. You know, my dream is to be a world champion. You know, I can try. You know, I'll die trying to reach that level, to reach that, but I can't really focus on that because I can't control. I can only focus on the things I can control. Tristar gym is the #1 gym in Canada, in my opinion. As a top elite fighters, you know, it pushes you to train harder. You have the best sparring partners that I can ask for. So you know, it's a great vibe here. You know, it really puts a fire on my ass. So you know, I'm just excited to be a part of it.
One last question. If it was up to you, would you finish every fight by spinning backwards?
You know what, it's funny, knockouts like that they come 1 in a million times, you know, and of course that's a bonus, you know, but I wish, my goal is to always try to give the fans an exciting fight, you know, something they've never seen before.
What was going through your mind when that happened? Because
I didn't even believe it. I didn't believe it, you know, at first I was worried about my opponent. You know, you never want that to happen to anybody. It's unfortunately, it's a part of the game, but you know, it's the part of the game. You know, it's do or die.